In this video, I'll tell you about a gripping sci-fi thriller set in a future where people have to buy artificial oxygen to stay alive, because all plant life on Earth has gone extinct. But just when hope seems lost, a message from the future changes everything. The story unfolds in the year 2067, in a future where the planet has been pushed past the point of no return due to climate change. All plant life has vanished. Without vegetation, oxygen levels have dropped drastically. People now rely on synthetic air to breathe. Most of the world lies in ruins, abandoned and lifeless. Those who remain live in constant fear of suffocation. Only one city in Australia has managed to survive, sustained by a powerful corporation named Chronocorp, the company responsible for manufacturing artificial oxygen. But the synthetic air comes with a hidden cost. Over time, it causes a fatal illness known as the sickness. Humanity is running out of time. The clock is ticking. Among the survivors is Ethan Whyte, a young man living in this last outpost of civilization. He works as a mechanic for Chronocorp, alongside his close friend Jude. The company is racing to find a cure for the sickness, hoping to stop the inevitable. Ethan's wife, Xanthi, is already affected. He spends his days working tirelessly, doing everything he can to afford cleaner oxygen for her. One day, while Ethan and Jude are on a routine assignment in the city's tunnels, they're unexpectedly summoned to the office of Regina Jackson, Chronocorp's head of particle research. She wastes no time, explaining that if things don't change soon, the human race is doomed. And then, she tells Ethan something that stops him in his tracks. He is the only person who can save humanity. Naturally, Ethan is confused. He doesn't believe her, but Regina urges him to come with her to the lab. There, they introduce him to a massive machine, one that holds the key to everything. A scientist named Dr. Billy Mitchell gives Ethan a quick examination, paying close attention to a device on his wrist. Then they begin to explain. 2 decades earlier, Ethan's father, Dr. Richard Whyte, had started a secret project. The machine before them is called the Chronicle, a fully functioning time machine. In their first experiment, they transmitted signals into the future to see what might lie ahead. The response they received changed everything. According to the data, Earth in the year 2474, over 400 years later, has recovered. The atmosphere is rich in oxygen, thanks to the return of plant life. The scientists assumed that if people were alive that far ahead, they must have found a way to solve the crisis. But then something strange happened. The signals they sent into the future came back, altered. When decoded, the message was crystal clear. Send Ethan Whyte. Now Regina and her team want to send Ethan forward in time. If there's a cure, they believe he's the one who can find it and bring it back. Later, at a local diner, Ethan and Jude sit down to breathe crisp oxygen. Jude tries to convince him to reconsider, but Ethan laughs it off. He says he's nothing like his father, a man who walked out on their family when Ethan was just a boy. After his mother was killed, Jude stepped in to raise him. He became a brother and protector. Ethan has carried the weight of abandonment ever since and doesn't want to follow in those same footsteps. Jude tells him this may be the only chance to save Xanthi, and Ethan remembers a moment from his childhood, his 8th birthday. That day, his father gave him a strange-looking box. When he reached inside, a device clamped onto his wrist, drawing blood. That same device still sits on his arm, but he's never known its purpose. That night, Ethan tells Xanthi everything, and to his surprise, she encourages him to go. The next morning, Ethan leaves her a metal flower with a message etched into it. "I will find my way back to you." Back at the lab, Dr. Mitchell prepares Ethan for his journey, but Ethan quickly realizes they don't have a real plan. They have no idea what's waiting on the other side. Before the launch, they give him an AI assistant called Archie, which will monitor his vitals and help guide him through the future. And with that, the Chronicle is activated. Ethan is flung through time at terrifying speed. He crashes into a dense jungle and escapes his burning suit. As he looks around, he's amazed. Earth has come back to life. Lush greenery surrounds him. He follows Archie's guidance and comes across what looks like a sealed bunker. But outside the door, something horrifying stops him cold. A skeleton, a gunshot wound in the skull, a name tag. It's Ethan's. Next to the body, he finds another Archie, the dead Ethan's device. He plays the last recording. A man's voice says, "This is the only way," followed by a gunshot. Then the device shuts down. Ethan notices the corpse's wristband glows green. His has always been red. That night, hungry and alone, he eats berries, only to discover they're poisonous. He collapses. When he opens his eyes again, he sees Jude standing over him. Jude explains that when the lab saw Ethan's vitals dropping, they sent him through the Chronicle to help. He brought an antidote to the poison. Soon after, the two return to the site of the dead body. It's still there. Ethan's fate hasn't changed. They press on and discover another hidden door. When Ethan scans his eye, the system recognizes him and grants entry. Inside, a terminal welcomes him and requests a DNA sample. His wrist device activates, turns green, and the room comes to life. They're standing in a Chronocorp lab, 407 years in the future. The time machine is there too. Jude believes they can now return, but Ethan isn't so sure. The body outside still lies there. He explores the system logs and discovers a message from his father, a holographic recording. His dad explains that the original goal was to transmit oxygen data back to the past, but once he received the message from the future, send Ethan Whyte. He built a DNA lock just for his son. The problem? The time machine's battery is nearly dead after all these years. Worse still, activating the lab has triggered a nuclear meltdown. They have just 4 hours to fix the core or be destroyed. As they search for answers, they find the remains of a ruined city, now overtaken by nature. Human bones lie scattered everywhere. Civilization didn't survive. Ethan visits the ruins of his wife's home and finds her remains. He's crushed, hopeless. Jude urges him to go back to the past, but something in his voice doesn't sit right. Ethan recharges the old Archie and replays the last video. It confirms his worst fear. Jude was the one who killed him. When confronted, Jude denies it but pulls a gun. Still, Ethan chooses to fix the power core. Together, they make it work. They now have 37 minutes until the portal activates. It will stay open for just 30 seconds. But something still doesn't add up. Ethan's corpse is still lying outside. He switches the battery again and plays one last video from the dead Archie, this time confirming everything. Jude admits it. He was sent to make sure Ethan completed the mission, and then kill him, because the future couldn't be changed, or so he believed. Ethan locks Jude inside a chamber and plays one last message from his father. In it, he hears a private conversation between Dr. Whyte and Regina Jackson. His father wanted to save humanity. Regina only wanted to escape into the future with a select few. When he locked the machine and tied it to Ethan's DNA, she killed him, and she ordered Jude to kill Ethan's mother, then raise Ethan himself. As the truth sinks in, Ethan is shattered. The man he looked up to, the man he blamed for everything, had been trying to save the world, and the man he trusted as family had taken it all away. On the other side of the chamber's glass, Jude hears it too. The weight of his choices and the years of deception finally come crashing down. Guilt consumes him. Unable to live with what he's done, Jude makes a final choice. He turns the gun, not on Ethan, but on himself. Alone now, with nothing left but his father's vision, Ethan sets to work. He gathers everything the future has: data, samples, proof. He programs the Chronicle with one final message: send Ethan Whyte. This time, it's not just a call for help. It's a gift. Hundreds of once-extinct plants are loaded into the machine, along with undeniable evidence of Regina's crimes. Shortly after, Ethan destroys the machine. Regina is arrested, her scheme laid bare for the world to see. And with the arrival of the plants, a new chapter begins. Earth's healing can finally start. Even Xanthe, still in the city, receives a flower, the one Ethan had left behind. In that quiet moment, she understands. He didn't leave her. He saved her. Far into the future, Ethan remains. He buries Jude with his own hands. A butterfly lands near him, its wings delicate and full of color. It flutters away, drawing his attention toward the place where his own skeleton had once been. It's gone. He steps outside, heart racing. Where there was once a ruined wasteland, now stands a city reborn. Ethan smiles. He changed everything. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more recaps like this.